You are listening to the all-new Culture Cast. We hope you have a spooktacular time. I'm Nick,
And I'm the Gorehound.
and this is the all-new Culture Cast. Hey, Gorehound, it's been a while since you've been on here.
Yeah,
Too,
glad to
too,
be
too,
back.
too good for us.
Yeah.
Uh,
No,
I don't,
I'm here and ready to roll.
I don't remember the last time you were on here, but I do remember we talked a year ago about Halloween Kills, where evil died tonight, except it didn't.
Yeah, they've been talking about this for a few years now, and I guess it died.
And now we're talking about Halloween Ends, the third it's like a trilogy, but really it counts like the first Halloween back in 78. So it's a
It's the David
quadrilogy.
Gordon, it's the end of the David Gordon Green trilogy. That is the only thing that's ending.
Right. They'll make a new Halloween movie
I mean,
in a couple of years, I'm sure. I gotta give I'll give what's his name? Malik Eckhard, the guy who owns the rights to Halloween,
okay.
that like they maybe it might be different now because movie making is different now, but like they were not like pumping these out left and right. Like in the 80s, they had there was Halloween 1 and 2 and then 3, and after 3 it like they didn't do it for a couple of years. Then they made like 4 and 5 back to back, and then 5 bombed, and then they didn't do it for like 6 years. Then they made number 6 and
Yeah.
that bombed. But they rushed out. 2 years later, they came out H2O, which was very successful. People liked it,
Mm,
and then they waited like another like 4 or 5 years before they came out with Resurrection, which sucked.
yeah.
And then it took them like another like 5 to 6 years before they made the Rom Zombie movies,
Yeah.
and then there was like another 6 years before they came out
I'm really
with
glad that didn't make a trilogy. I'm glad they just ended it after 2.
yeah. Um, and it took them another 6 years before they did this one. So I'm wondering, like, are they going to like sit on it for like a number of years before bringing it back again? I don't know.
I think they just need to see somebody who's interested in it, because they're not just going to want to do a standalone because, well, I don't know their minds,
We'll
but
get we'll we'll talk about what they can do next later on, uh but yeah. Anyway, so we got Halloween Ends, and it is the as you said the final chapter of the I don't even know what they're calling this version. I know it's called the final timeline at one point in time, but it ain't gonna be final, that's for sure. But
I just think it's a wholly enclosed
right, right,
universe within the Gordon Green.
right. I wonder what it's going to be nicknamed. Like you had like the Thorn trilogy with the original timeline, and then
I
you
think
had
it's going to be the Gordon Green,
the Gordon Green timeline.
right? I mean, because you have the zombie uh, um, line, and yeah,
You're not going to call it the Danny McBride timeline.
is he was he a writer?
Yeah, he was a writer on it. Of all people, Danny McBride.
Okay.
Of all three of them. But or the Blumhouse trilogy because this was made by Blumhouse.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, this is the final one of that, and it's been very decisive. Like a lot of people love it or hate it, and like extreme reactions on both sides.
I don't know. I
What
once
were
I
your thoughts?
finished it, I was like, okay, I guess, sure. like, I wasn't blown away by it, and it was just like weird because I was just like, I guess you ended it, but at the same time, like, I don't know. The biggest thing for me was the just the story was awful. Not having uh Michael in there for pretty much the entire movie until like the last 20 minutes, and it was really building up really well. I thought it was going to be very predictable, and I was fine if it was going to be that way. Kind of like a new guy takes the reins. because that would have been really great because then we would have seen more of
Hmm.
these movies, and I want to see more and more because once that theme hits, it's just like fuck yeah, love it. How about yourself?
After I,
Your first
oh,
impressions.
after I, yeah, after I watched it, I was like, huh, that was
How do I
very,
feel about that?
yeah. It took me a couple of days, to really like let it sit in, and I gotta say, um, I actually kind of liked it, but there are parts that are kind of clunky and don't work together. Um, I really like the idea of like the evil transferring from Michael to someone else, and I think that story of this kid who, well, not a kid, he's in his 20s, who um like something bad happened to him,
Yeah.
like it was a pure accident.
But
um
that I think is worth talking about alone because man, Lisa, the Graveyard Queen could not take it. Like she saw that, and she's like, nope, not doing it. And I was like, fuck yeah! Like that is how like you start a movie with
yeah,
just something raw and original like
right,
that, and then just brutal.
right,
But
um
like also not like in the Hostel Saw type of brutal, just
right,
like
it's just blunt.
yeah,
Like
I
they
love
don't
it.
they don't extract, just boom. And I guess I mean, if you're listening to this, and I know you're not, but if you are, um, to give a little recap of this story, Halloween Ends takes place many years after the last movie, and Haddonfield is kind of like a little shithole now because everyone is paranoid, like to blame everyone else. And this kid Corey was babysitting a kid on Halloween. There was a terrible accident where he inadvertently had the kid fall off a railing and died. And he was, he got off on no manslaughter charges because it was ruled like an accident, which it was. Um, but the
Or for the
town,
story,
what's that?
for the story he got off.
Right, right, right. I mean, who knows what happened in real life? But yeah, he wasn't charged with anything. It was just deemed an accident. And but the town is like he became a pariah in the town. Like everyone hates him because he's this child killer, even though and
He
his
loves
life is,
kids.
yeah, his life kind of turned to shit. He had like really big aspirations. Like he was going to go to college, be an engineer, but then all that changed in an instant. And uh, he's at his like weakest point because people keep the band bullies, which are hilarious. That they're band kids who are bullying him.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, like it kind of finally causes him to sort of snap because everyone kind of dumped on him, and he meets Michael, who's been sitting underneath like Hattonfield sewers for all this time.
Just eating rats or
Yeah.
something.
Um, and
Just kind of disrespectful also to Michael. Like add like a bit of like I don't know, like have him rise from a grave or something. Like come out from the shadows. Like he's not just hanging out in the sewers for years. Like I don't want to know what he's been doing. You know?
um, but he keeps he meets Michael, and I don't Michael does something, or he sees something in him, and Corey slowly goes slowly, madder and madder, where he starts to become almost a copycat type killer. And he starts a relationship with Laurie Strode's granddaughter, and hijinks in there. Michael's like an old man because like after the beating he took in Halloween Kills, he's kind
I
of like,
remember that. That was a sick scene. I loved it.
yeah, like he was like, he kind of like went there. He's like, I'm done, and he's just like just hanging out in the sewers. And but with this new guy, it's kind of like one scene I love where like Michael's like killing the a-hole cop, and you just kind of see his like strength return a little bit.
You know?
I thought that was kind of neat. But they kind of go on like killing spree together for a little bit, and then it all wraps up at Laurie Strode's house because Corey wants to take out Laurie because Laurie refuses him to date her daughter, and then Michael comes to get his mask back because Corey took his mask, and then Laurie and Michael fight, and Michael dies. The
Yeah, I
end.
mean, the build up to Corey being like the next Michael, it not being it was I just found that to be just disrespectful and kind of just cowardly. Because coming from the audience, like we know that there's a mythos behind Michael, and then to see like we think that it's transferring because I think that the story legitimately builds up to it, and then for him just to die like that, it diminishes Michael's value. To be like, if he really was doing this, then why would Corey just kill himself that quickly? Like that is not a Michael Myers move.
Right. It's well, that's my problem with the movie. Like, I like the Corey storyline. I thought that was
Oh,
interesting.
fantastic! Yeah,
It was like a breath of fresh air because like these movies, you might disagree, but like they're all the same. Michael goes around, kills like
and
the
that's
idiot
fine.
kids, and that's fine. But you know what? Every now and again, when they do something different, it's like, okay, this is interesting. This is like what's going to happen, and I was liking this. I was liking the idea that um
Because if he was the next one, then that would really jump this off into what John Carpenter wanted to do in Halloween 3 was make it
anthologies,
evolving.
yeah, and yeah, that would have been really interesting. I mean, they didn't stick to their guns. I don't know if that was a creative move or the producers were like, no, 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 you have to have Michael come back. Um, but like I think that would have been like a very interesting turn for the series. Whether they would have continued with the Corey character, the what was his name? Corey Cunningham, Corey
Yeah,
Cunningham.
yeah. He
Like
was
Michael Myers,
great.
alliterative.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, yeah, and I did listen to a few analysis and podcasts on this, and seeing all the analogies that they were giving to Corey, like the jumpsuit that he was wearing as
Hmm.
the mechanic. I was like, damn, like they were really like hammering it in that he is the next Michael.
But they did
And
it
then just
subtly. Like you wouldn't think about it when you first see him in the jumpsuit.
yeah, yeah, I didn't. But even though it was pretty predictable, after we found out that Corey wasn't just going to be, the first murder in the movie, and
Hmm.
that he was actually going to be along more. I was like, okay, he is going to be something monumental and not the final girl.
Right. Yeah. Again, it's something different. I mean, this series, I love of all the slasher series, Halloween is my favorite. But like even I know it's like it's more the same, more the same, more the same. And like it's nice just to see something different. My problem with this is um I don't care that Michael was sort of sidelined for the movie. Again, it's something different. Kind of keeps him more of the literal boogeyman. Like when he's going to come back, he's going to come back. Um, but I almost wonder if this story would have been better, or if this movie would have gotten more positive reviews from people if it was its own thing. Like this kid goes crazy, versus like putting in with the Michael Myers thing. But I wouldn't know how you would do that because Michael is kind of the linchpin for him to like make
Oh,
this
kind of
turn.
like back in the day when they would put a sequel out that was clearly not movie within the universe. It was just kind of like shoehorned in.
Right. Or its own thing, like nothing to do with Halloween. Like be like the Corey Cunningham story, or I don't know, Corey Kills, or whatever. But
Right.
whatever you
Yeah,
want to
that would have
call it.
been fantastic because that would
It's a fascinating storyline. But
right.
I mean, it also works with Michael. Um, but I don't know. Not all this movie works for me. Like the love story between Corey and the granddaughter Allison doesn't. It happened way too fast.
I was bored with it. Like, just, okay. Like, I just want to know where this evolves to.
Right.
Because now we're already separating, the distance between Michael Myers and the girl is like pretty far at this point, and I'm like, okay, like I want to see more Michael, and just him hanging out in the gutters the entire time. I'm like, come on, guy, like get out there and have some fun.
But yeah, well, I don't mind the romance. I think it that needed to happen for Laurie and to get our main characters like involved together. But like it went from it was like I don't know, maybe the movie started maybe a week before Halloween and went from them not knowing each other to like we're in love and we're going to run away together. It's like it felt very high school and like these kids should be a little older than that. If
And
they
more
established they
mature for being the daughter of Laurie Strode, or
right,
the granddaughter.
right. I mean, if it was established that they knew each other and kind of knew each other,
Yeah, they clearly were
uh,
complete strangers
yeah,
beforehand until
like
she was
they
like, I'm gonna take him.
yeah, yeah. That's the only thing that like it just went too fast. But whatever.
Yeah, like
Uh,
I can't see myself rewatching this. I do want to because I was gonna rewatch the previous two
mhm.
before this, and I think I still will, just to see like how Gordon Green like really set this up. I was remembering from the first movie that it was just some podcasters who were like digging up the story. I was like, oh man, that's good. Um, but yeah, like this one, it really didn't even have like even the final death sequence. Well, the final fight between Laurie and Michael, that was pretty good. I like that, but it doesn't really make up for the lack of, you know, Michael violence that I anticipated to see in the previous ones. The actual death in the grinder, that was just laughable. Like, just complete skip. I was like, oh my gosh. And they were just drawing it out like, okay. What were
It
your
was a
thoughts on
little
the
silly.
the final grinding scene?
I didn't have a feeling that one way or another. Um, I don't know. Apparently they that was like a late edition reshoot that they added that like 2 months ago
Hmm.
because the movie ended and I can't remember how they said they ended it, but they said like it didn't have the right impact. That like this is like supposed to be a big thing. We gotta do something big. So
And
I
it
think they added
wasn't.
like the procession, like with all the town
Oh,
following and it's like that's where like now the town can heal that their boogeyman is dead and
yeah, but it's just disrespectful because we've seen all of these Halloween movies, and this clearly ignores Jason Goes to Hell
well
theology. So,
because Jason Goes to Hell doesn't cross over with Michael Myers yet.
oh,
Michael's
I,
never had a crossover.
oh my gosh,
I
I
thought you were
completely
like the
crossed them.
Gorehound.
Yeah.
How
Oh
can I
man.
trust you at all with anything now? This
Oh
is
man.
ridiculous.
My apologies to my loyal fans. I hope I can make it up. I really thought they were part of the same one, but no. My bad.
Surprisingly, they've never crossed Michael Myers over with other horror franchises.
Well, no, I'm not. I'm not. That wasn't my error. My error was thinking that Jason Goes to Hell was Michael Goes to Hell. So I thought
Oh man,
Michael
that's
went
even
there.
worse. That's
Then
even worse, man. I thought you were the horror aficionado.
yeah, it doesn't diminish my interest in the horror.
Well, I mean, they could. I don't know. I guess they want to make a scene that could show that Michael is, for their version of the story, dead, gone. There ain't coming back from that.
Yeah, but still, like the blood can be transferred into somebody else. Like it's, uh, yeah, I think that the death should have been more absolute.
I
To
don't know
be
how much
like
more absolute you can get than being ground up in a meat grinder, or I don't even know what was that. It wasn't a meat grinder. It was a
auto pound.
yeah, the auto pound thing.
Yeah, and I don't know, but that's why they're supposed to make these movies is to push the limit, other than just a wood chipper.
Yeah, seemed kind of gory. I don't. I had no. I was indifferent towards it. I get it. It worked for the movie. I don't know if they make a sequel to this particular movie, which I don't think they will. Um,
Oh, 0% chance.
yeah. I mean, I think this series is done, which is interesting because it'd be the first Halloween series that had an intentional ending to it.
Hmm.
Like all the others left it open. Like there'll be a sequel. There'll be a
Yeah.
sequel, and though that sequel never came, became a reboot. But
Yeah, I would say at least 3 to 5 years until we even hear anything about a reboot, other than maybe like maybe like a spin-off or just something like campy. Um, like yeah, just like a spin-off or a one-off. I
I'd
could
be
see it happening, but
I'd be curious to see what they would do. I mean, if they want, they're going to make another one. This series is too lucrative to not do.
oh yeah, I mean, and
Michael is
all
too
you
iconic.
only need that theme to get people into there. So,
Um, I'm curious what they'll do. I don't think they'll make it a sequel to this. I don't think they'll make it a sequel to any of the others. Um, I think even the original one, 78, is going to no longer count because Michael, if you look at the story, Michael's like a 65-year-old man.
yeah,
And
but he's not a man, he's a shape. He's the
oh,
boogeyman,
uh,
just
be
constant.
that be that as it may, unless they turn him into something overly supernatural, like legit supernatural, not just like not just because right now he's like in most of the movies he's just a movie monster strong. He's still a man, but he's movie monster strong. But like I don't know, like a 70-year-old guy wearing a mask going around killing people. You're
I've
a geriatric.
never really thought about his age because I've always thought of him as being a monster that is constant and not slowing down.
I don't know. I think at his age he's going to be slowing down. But I think my what I'm trying to think is I think for the next movie it'll be a straight up reboot, not like kind of what Rob Zombie did, but not. It'll do its own
Oh,
sort
sure.
of like Hellraiser.
Yeah.
Just do its own like version. All right, we're starting this over. Here we go.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah,
watched that last night and man, it was
good.
sick. Yeah. Yeah. I loved it.
I haven't had a chance. I want to see it. I want to watch it.
Yeah. It was like the Graveyard Queen was like right on the fence of whether it was like too much or not, but I was loving it because it was just like straight up, just like it got to like where Hellraiser is, and it's just it's deep, like the meanings behind everything. Yeah.
I've only seen the first Hellraiser movie, which I thought was pretty good. I haven't seen any
Oh
of the
yeah.
sequels yet.
Oh,
Um, so like I would go for the original one, and then I'm going to check out the reboot. I hear good. There's
okay.
good things. I heard number two is pretty good, but then the rest of them is just forget about it.
Yeah, they do blur together for me, and that's more of a series that is a lot more deep to it. Like the concept of like pain and heaven and gods that I don't particularly like to like dwell on. I more prefer more of a simple type of story, but I just love the violence and gore in Hellraiser.
But speaking of Hellraiser, fun fact. Apparently, I don't know when, late '90s, early 2000s, late 2000s, somewhere around there. They were trying to make a Hellraiser Halloween crossover movie.
Yeah.
They were going to call it Halloween. I'm not joking. That's what they were going to do. At one
Okay.
point in time, both Clive Barker and John Carpenter were involved with making the story, and it did not happen,
Oh
obviously.
man, I would have loved that, but I Pinhead would have won fair and square just with his just popping out of nowhere,
I don't know if it was like a versus film. I think it was just like,
a team up.
or they're just doing their own things or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can find something on it. I read it.
Yeah.
I read about it a couple of weeks ago. I can't remember the details, but I'll find it. I'll send it to you.
Yeah. I would watch as much Pinhead as they want to throw at me.
Are you a Doug Baker? Is it Doug Baker? No, Doug
Doug Bradley.
Bradley original fan?
Yeah.
Are you? Ah,
Yep.
how's the new Pinhead?
I thought it was great. It was not as much focus on her, and frankly, the volume wasn't quite what I was hoping for. Like a bit more soft spoken, whereas Doug Bradley's just like, "I'll tear your soul apart," and just like in your face. But no, this one has it's like I said, a much better um, thinking tone about it.
I'll
Um,
probably like it then.
yeah.
Again,
So
speaking about thinking tones, going back to Halloween Ends, I feel this movie it was much more of a thinker movie. Maybe not like super deep, but it's like an indie drama
if
disguising
it
itself as a Halloween movie.
if it was going towards the Corey is the next monster after this movie ends, if it was, then yeah. But after Corey died, it was just okay. We were just fooling you guys all along. Corey's nothing. He's not connected to
Hmm.
Michael. He is just. It's a coincidence that he was able to, you know, fight him off and kind of go toe to toe with him.
Or
Because why the fuck didn't Michael kill him if he wasn't like transferring his essence over to him?
I don't know.
You know, because
Maybe
it
Corey
wasn't a
got.
very good movie.
I don't know. I can't answer that question for you, but I don't know. What's interesting about this movie is that all of the people that Corey killed, unlike Michael, where he just kind of kills randomly in pursuit of his sister, depending on the timeline, um, they're just random people. Like Corey, like he's going after people that like hurt him or hurt not Lori or hurt Allison, which is
Yeah,
interesting. He has motivation to like you people fuck me over, or I'm going to get you. Uh, Michael doesn't have that, so it's kind of an interesting little difference there.
yeah. Did you watch anything in preparation for this movie?
No,
Oh.
I don't have time to watch other things to get prepped. So
I started watching 2 and 3, um, but
ah,
um, yeah, I mean, over the years, I've just really grown an affinity for number 3. Um,
three. I bought three on DVD or I'm sorry, Blu-ray a few months ago because it was dirt cheap. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm gonna own that movie. I don't own any of the other Halloween movies, but I own that one.
yeah,
And because it's weird, it's cool.
yeah.
It's
It's not that like it hasn't grown on me. It's always been an interest of mine, and I watched the second one just because I didn't want to watch the first one again. I wanted something that I was a bit unfamiliar with. So,
did you know? Speaking about three, like these producers knew this movie was going to be decisive because they knew this was going to be like an offbeat, not your typical Halloween movie. Even going from like the titles. Did you notice that? I noticed that the titles were blue, but it didn't click with me until later when I read about it that the titles were the same font and style as Halloween 3, which
like
that
Season of the Witch.
yeah, like the blue and the font title, and I think it was like a subtle way to tell fans, listen, this is not going to be your typical Halloween movie. It's
Huh.
almost going to be like a one-off sort of thing.
I did not notice that, and if I did notice it, it probably would have even dropped my review even lower to
Really?
put yourself on the same level as Season of the Witch.
I don't know if they want to put themselves on the same level, just like telling the audience, like, listen, this is not your
This
average
isn't going to
thing.
be a good movie, okay? It's just going to be like we're just wrapping things up.
Um,
So,
so
don't get me wrong, like, well, I guess, yeah, I mean, it was a 3 out of 5 movie for me. Like, it was good. Um, does it live up to anything else? No. Does it live up to anything else in the series? No. I would probably watch that second one again, more so than the third one.
I don't know. I really did not like the Halloween Kills. Like that was
Ah,
like I like that. I like the 2018 one so much that
the
like
first one of the trilogy.
yeah, the first one like that was like so like top notch for me.
Sure.
Which I know is just like a soft reboot of the first movie. I don't care. It was really well done. Um, that like Halloween Kills is just I don't like that one. There's no story to it. No story.
I don't know.
Halloween. It's just
The
Michael goes
thing
around, kills people. The town tries to kill him, fails.
I like that simplicity. It was a lot of Michael. There was a lot of references. You saw the 3 masks from Season of the Witch. You brought back some original characters and you just killed them off, albeit like not the best. But like it was simple and it was violent, and I just keep on remembering that scene where they were just beating the shit out of him, and I'm just like, man, like I don't like I'm pro Michael, but like I like that scene.
How come nobody in that scene? This Haddonfield takes place, according to things I've looked up, in like a central Illinois type community.
Sure.
No one in that town was a First Amendment nutcase who had a gun who would be like, "Hey, let's take our guns and
Oh,
shoot Michael." When they corner him, like the one thing I loved about if you remember, was it Halloween 4, when like this redneck posse gets together to like hunt down Michael. It's hilarious in its ridiculousness, but they're all like, it was like stereotypical rednecks, but they're all like armed and ready to go, and um
I
like
don't remember that, but I think I might YouTube it.
of course Michael in the movie takes them all out one by one, but it's just very funny. um like, well, it's not played for jokes, but like I found it hilarious, but because the idea is inherently humorous. But how come no one had a gun? No one had a gun.
Fair. Maybe they did have a gun and they were just a shitty shot, like the officer from the first of the trilogy, where he shoots his partner when
Oh,
Michael
in
is
the neck.
yeah, holding him.
I suppose. I don't know. Doesn't
Like
ring
you
true.
can't blame that bad shot. Like I wish more of that shit happened, where it's just like he wasn't a good shot and did an accident and just kind of had to roll forward. So what else are you thinking about this movie? What
Um,
else came to your mind?
one thing that I was thinking about, the whole um beginning of the movie where the little kid is killed.
Yeah,
Um, it wasn't brutal where it was graphic.
it was just like
Um, but it was just kind of like, ooh, that'll wake you up.
yeah.
Um, and the one thing what they did was, that was a very risky thing that they did, because when you kill a kid in a movie, or whatever, well, it's when you kill a kid um, in a movie like this, it could really turn off an audience. Like, they don't, people don't. don't respond well. And as a parent, I know you're a parent.
Yeah, I
That
couldn't I could not watch this movie with her because of that scene alone. And I would have liked to watch it because how Michael Myers is a classic guy, and he doesn't really, amp it up in terms of um, like blood and gore and profanity or whatnot. He's just like a stab, 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 stalk you type of thing.
but what I think, going back to the kid who was killed, but what I think the movie did kind of wisely, and it was very subtle that they did this, but they kept hinting at it, and it makes the death feel, from an audience perspective, more palpable. Is that the little kid was a dick?
Sure,
He's a little asshole. That, like, you
he
don't want him
deserved
to
it.
die. Well, I wouldn't say he deserved it, but
Yeah,
like, he died. Oh, that sucks. But he was an asshole. It's like in like any of these movies where like Michael Myers is killing like everyone except for like the last survivor who you like, but everyone else is like kind of like an asshole or a jock, or like you want to see him die.
sure.
You don't want to see this kid die, but they made him out to be a little dick, and like he's mouthing off to the babysitter. He's trying to pull a prank. He's jumping out and trying to scare people, and he's you know from a movie perspective, from an audience perspective, like you could digest him being killed a little bit better versus if he was like, I'm a good little boy who gets A pluses in school and says nice things about my mama and dada.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I thought that really brought everybody's attention to the movie.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
fuck yeah, I'm in this.
You're
Like,
like,
I know
well,
what I'm getting
anything
myself
goes
into.
now.
It. Right, right. Yeah, it was unexpected, and um, yeah, I think that it could have been accomplished elsewhere because I think if it was anything else, the girl would have finished the movie with me. But I finished it regardless. So
So she bailed like the first 5 minutes.
yeah, yeah. Well, I had to bail to a different
Oh,
room.
well, yeah. Oh,
So, but yeah. But then I did watch. I was going to mention this movie called Grim Cuddy on Hulu. Have you heard of it?
mm-mm.
It's essentially like a boogeyman film. Um, it's pretty fun. Like it's not a good movie, but it's got a cool boogeyman that's interesting. You should check it out.
I can't promise I will, but I'll do my best. I rented a movie because it was a recommendation from some of our fellow podcasters, Mike and Corinne, called Studio 666.
Oh yeah, yeah. Was it fun?
I haven't watched it yet. I
Okay.
got it from the library, so I have a little time.
Classic.
And the was it a Foo Fighters made a comedy horror movie.
Gosh, you're
So
such a noob about this. It's Dave
sorry.
Grohl made a movie
Well,
that's
the Foo Fighters are
phenomenal.
in it.
Yeah, but like Dave Grohl was like the person who like helmed it.
Well, yeah, you could say the same thing about the Foo Fighters. People don't come to see the Foo Fighters for anyone else other than Dave Grohl.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I'm really looking forward to watching that one because it's just like really fun.
I haven't seen any previews, so I'm going to go into it completely blind. All I know is that the Foo Fighters are in it, so
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I
And I did watch X.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was well worth it. Very I didn't really know what I was getting myself into, but it was worth it. Definitely needs a rewatch though because it's weird.
Did um did you see the other
No, no, but I'm looking
ones?
forward to watching that. I'll probably watch Pearl and then X again. Because I do want to watch it again because there was a lot happening and it was a lot of good scenes and kind of like Midsummer where I'm like I liked it, but I feel like I could like this a lot more if I watch it another time.
with what was it? Who's it? By A24 those movies are done. Like
Yeah,
A24 is really gaining a reputation for like unique, different horror films.
yeah, and it stands. Like yeah, A24 puts out very good movies. You might not like them, but you can't disagree that they're not good. Like Hereditary, I know is a very good movie, but it's
That's
just
another one where a kid dies, doesn't it?
oh, fucking brutal. Like that is
Gets like decapitated or something, right?
it just gets I think her head just gets slammed off. Damn, it's and then it just like it stays with you because you haven't seen it yet, right?
No, I'm probably not going to.
Oh man, yeah, her head gets slammed off um by her brother in the car. Because do you want to hear about it?
I know a little bit. Like the head
Yeah.
gets
So
slammed off, and then there's like a
so
possession or a devil, and the grandma's
well,
involved.
this one in this scene, the girl is having a allergic reaction to something, and so her brother is like driving her frantically to like the hospital, and so she can't breathe, and so she sticks her head out the window to get more air, and the brother's just like driving as fast as he can, and they just hit a sign, and her head just flies off, and the brother's in such shock, and he doesn't know what to do, so he just drives home and goes to sleep in complete shock until his parents like go into the car in the morning, and it's just like fuck, super intense, because unlike in Halloween Ends, it's pretty much just like done, cut to black, next
Mm.
scene. This is like you have to stay with it for like a good 5 to 10 minutes until like they switch scenes. um,
Yeah. Well, two very different kinds of movies. Hey,
yes,
maybe
yeah.
A24 will get the next rights to Halloween,
Oh damn, they would blow it out of the water, like
and then they'll
hands down.
hire back Rob Zombie.
Because I like the mythos and epicness of Michael Myers and Halloween is not difficult to do. Like it's a
No, no.
pretty simple plot. As long as you don't
You
get
could do a
the
lot of things with it. Like it's simple. You can hang a lot of things on it. Like this
right,
movie, Halloween Ends. They took the Michael Myers plot and kind of did something different, but it still was in that world that made it work, I feel.
right. And so we all saw how the cult of Thorn went, um, and we know that was not good. So, and then we saw, putting Busta Rhymes in a Halloween movie is going to get the reaction that you would expect.
You
But
know,
Zombie, like,
Busta Rhymes could have been fine if the script was better. Him doing kung fu on Michael Myers was dumb.
right? So there have been a lot of failures with Michael Myers, and so we know what works and what doesn't, and it's not difficult, but at the same time, it's whatever the studios want. But I feel like with A24, they really let the director's vision shine through, as weird as it may be.
Yeah, and that'll be interesting to see what they do. If they do it. Well, we'll find out. I'm sure within 5, 6 years, someone new will tackle the Halloween series. I hope it sits for a while
Yeah.
because I want this series to like sort of last on its own, let people absorb it. A lot of people hate Halloween Ends right now, but I guarantee you that film is going to be reassessed down the line and people are going to be like, on its own, it's not half bad, which I don't
No.
think it is half bad. It's not the greatest thing. Not everything works in the movie, but I think it
Would you give it
has.
out of 5?
I haven't said yet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, don't just
Hmm.
give it a 3. I mean, that's what the answer
I
is
might
going to
give it
be.
a 4. I might give
Don't.
what I'm feeling right
Don't
now.
be
I
an
might give
asshole
it a
about
4.
it.
No,
Okay, just give it a 3.
no. I'm giving it a 4. Give it a 4. And the reason why I
Defend
say
yourself.
the reason why I say it is because it earns points on originality. That's doing something different.
And then it
Again,
spits in your face and says you're wrong.
no, I don't think it spit in my face. Um, I think they could have, as weird as it sounds, tied together what was going on with Michael a little bit more with what was going on with Corey, which is weird to say because it kind of did, but like it
Well,
feels like
there
two
was no
different
connection
movies.
whatsoever.
Well, I mean, other than like Corey kind of, or Michael kind of mentoring Corey in its own kind of way, but I feel like they're like almost two
Why would
movies,
Michael mentor anybody?
and that's what I think the movie needed to work more on.
Sure.
I think if they spent more time going into that, maybe going into Corey, why Michael needs to mentor Corey. Maybe Michael's so weak that he needs Corey to bring him victims. But then Corey kind of starts becoming more the killer himself, and Michael's like, no, 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 you can't be doing this. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here, but um, there need to be more connective tissue. Um, but
This movie was ruined by a bad ending. A bad ending that they
I'll
built up
give you
to
that.
throughout 3 movies.
I'll give you that. One of the reviews I saw on this complained that Michael fighting Laurie just seems so tacked on. Like it should have ended after Corey was killed, and then that'd be the end of the movie. Um, but I mean, but that wouldn't work for like a finale for like all 3 movies. But like as the movie itself, a standalone thing.
Sure.
But again, I don't know. Like it's weird because like this was like advertised as the final story of Michael
Yeah, it
Myers and
was
Laurie,
way
and
too built up.
that was a miss. That was. I mean,
Every
they're
single
not
one of those
wrong,
announcements
but
should have been parentheses of Gordon Green's vision.
right. Well, I don't think Jamie Lee Curtis ain't coming back. She's done with these
No,
movies. I don't think she's gonna come back. I don't
she
think she
could.
is. She could. I don't think she will. I don't think she
She
will.
will. Yeah.
I don't think she will. I think she's done.
No,
We'll find out. We'll
to
find
each
out.
their own.
Yeah. And if she comes back, I'll be like, yeah, I always knew she was coming back. I never said that. That's something you said. I'll just gaslight you into
Yeah.
believing that. I think she's done. I don't think she's getting too old to be doing this stuff. I think she's like, I'm good.
Oh yeah, she's pretty old, and but hey, that's what yogurt does. It keeps you going.
What's it? Yogurt? What's it called?
Activia, I think.
Activia. Yeah, there you go.
You know.
I haven't seen those commercials in a while. They need to bring them back. Michael Myers should be advertising Activia,
You know,
but
keeps me out of the gutters.
see, they missed opportunity for a product tie-in.
Yeah.
Oh well, missed opportunities. Well, I got nothing else to say. I'd be curious to revisit this film in a year or so, just to see if
Sure.
it still works for me. If it doesn't work, it's still new in my mind, so I'm still thinking about it. I don't know. It was better than
And
in my mind. It was better than Kills, and so that makes it a-okay in my book.
in a year, I'm still gonna be like, do I want to watch this one or Season of the Witch?
Oh, Season of the Witch, hands down. I mean, let's come on, come on.
Yeah.
That's unfair.
So I'm still gonna give it another shot. Um, but still, like, my mind is pretty well made up, and um, they had plenty of time and opportunities to do this right. So,
So
yeah,
I guess that's it. Another Halloween sequel in the books.
let's wrap this bad boy up.
Yep. All right. Well, that's it for Halloween Ends. This is the all new Culture Cast ends. No, it's not. We'll come back next week with Twilight, I'm sure. But
There we go.
Gorehound, thanks for joining me. And yeah, we'll see y'all soon.
Catch you on the flippity flop.
You've been listening to the all-new CultureCast. Follow us on Twitter. Drop us an email at nick.culturecast@gmail.com. We can't promise we'll read it. Theme music by Dana Vodovaz. Check out his work on YouTube at Vodovaz Music Productions. This has been a Saltwater production. Original material copyright 2022. Thanks for listening.